Are you visiting Universal Orlando and not sure whether to visit Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure, or Epic Universe? Well, in this video, I'll help you pick the perfect park based on your style, budget, and who you are traveling with. Let's get started. In this video, I'm going to share who each park is best for, ride styles, thrill or chill, age group and vibe, and also time and budget. Let's start here in Universal Studios Florida. Here in Universal Studios Florida, there's a big focus on movies, shows, and themed lands. You have Harry Potter, you have Transformers, you have The Mummy, you have Minions, you have DreamWorks, all iconic Universal movies. Speaking of movies, if you are a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise, Universal Studios Florida is opening a brand new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift coaster in 2027. This will replace Rip Ride Rocket, and it's going to be a high-speed, high-thrill coaster that will have spinning vehicles, go up to 170 feet in the air, and is guaranteed to be tons of fun. So I can't wait for this to open. And that means Fast and Furious Supercharged will be closing in 2027 as well. If you are visiting with kids, I think Universal is the park to visit. First, they have DreamWorks Land. Let me show you a little bit of what they have here because your kids will love it. Look who we have here, Puss in Boots. Right over here, we got Shrek and Donkey meeting. They have tons of these interactive play areas that are really great for kids to just enjoy and play. Hi, Puss! Here in DreamWorks Land, they have Shrek, Trolls, and Kung Fu Panda areas. Don't forget about Minions Land too, which I'll show you a little bit in this video, but I just want to highlight that this is a great park for kids. Look at this adorable Trolls fountain. I mean, like, come on. You can also meet some of your favorite trolls here too. The DreamWorks Imagination Celebration is an amazing show. Like I said, tons of these awesome play areas. And look, all themed to the trolls. There's even a family-friendly coaster, the Trolls Troller Coaster. Tons of details in this land, like look at these lampposts. And a really great spot for ice cream, if you want a nice treat on a hot day, is right here from Trolls Treats. These two Trolls ice cream cones are so delicious, the Brozone Berry and the Poppylicious Pink. And this is the whole Kung Fu Panda training area, which in the summer is a great place for kids to cool off because they have a ton of awesome water features, like the pond of perpetual wetness. The park just opened 1 hour ago, and I've seen so many characters already. So DreamWorks Land filled with tons of fun character interactions. You never know who you might see at what time. Now, the Shrek Swamp Meet and Greet, that does have scheduled times. So you can check the Universal app for that. But definitely, if you want some character interactions, come to DreamWorks Land, and good to know that they start pretty early too. Like, look, now King Julian and Gabby is here from Gabby's Dollhouse. I would say if you want the best character meet and greets, Universal Studios Florida is going to be that for you. Here you have all the DreamWorks friends, you have the Transformers, you have the Minions, you have Sing characters, once again, oh, and the Simpsons and Marilyn Monroe. You can see tons of characters over here. Even if you're a Back to the Future fan, look, they're stuck. Also, if your kids or yourself love SpongeBob, you can find the SpongeBob store pants right here in Universal Studios Florida as well. Oh look, you can even meet SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward too. Look how fun this store is. Now this is Minion Land, another awesome area for kids and even adults. The Minion Cafe is one of my favorite places in all of Universal Orlando. And it's just a really cute, fun themed area. You can even do a free scavenger hunt around the land as well. And of course, there's 2 attractions. Here at the Illumination Theater, you can even meet the Minions. They have tons of character meet and greets over here. And it's always tons of fun. So Minion Land and DreamWorks Land are both fairly new areas. So if you're looking for a new, updated adventure experience to do with your kids, this is the place to do it. This is VillainCon Minion Blast. It's a fun interactive ride, and the more popular Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. in terms of the Wizarding World, here in Universal Studios Florida, you can enjoy Diagon Alley. Now, this only has one ride, but it has some great wand experiences, it has Ollivanders, and it has tons of shops like the Gringotts Money Exchange, Madame Malkin's Robes, and more. And you can even experience Nocturne Alley. Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts is the ride here, and I have to say it is one of the best and my favorite rides in all of Universal. Now, a tip to save money here in the Wizarding World is that if you see the Gilly water, it is going to be more expensive than your typical water. And I might be biased towards Universal Studios Florida because they have this stand right here. This is a London Taxi Hut, and this is where they sell the best food in all of Universal. This is the Shepherd's Pie Jacket Potato, and it is just fantastic. It's $11.49, and it's really like 2 meals in one. You get a potato, you get a shepherd's pie. It's a great deal, and it is absolutely delicious. Universal Studios Florida is also home to some of the best street shows, like the Blues Brothers.
Everybody across the street, I know you come in to see Jake that with Blues Brothers, but let me tell you what's happening. Everybody make some noise! It's showtime! Everybody move close to the stage. Come on up here. Here you go. Put your hands together. It's showtime. Your time. Jake that with Blues.
Universal Studios Florida 2 is home to the Universal holidays. So right now they're setting up for Universal Mardi Gras, which takes place February, March, and a little bit of April here in the park. This is the exclusive home of Universal Mardi Gras. Also in the winter, you can enjoy Universal holidays. Now that is spread out through both parks, but here in Universal, you can enjoy the amazing Macy's parade. They have the tree lighting, and the tribute stores are here as well. And of course, Universal Studios Florida is home to the extremely popular Halloween Horror Nights that happens August, September, October. But the thing about Halloween Horror Nights is that you do need a separate ticket for that. So if you're coming, it doesn't really matter which park you visit because you have to buy that separately anyway. But if you're coming from Mardi Gras, want to see a nightly parade or a concert, you're going to have to get a Universal Studios park ticket. Overall, Universal Studios Florida is my favorite park. I think it's just so enjoyable to walk around. The street entertainment is amazing. Love the Blues Brothers, the Beat Builders, Marilyn and the Diamond Bellas, so on and so forth. Vamos is amazing. I would say if you want to visit Universal Studios Florida, it's best for families. It's best for if you don't want crazy thrill rides, you want more chill rides. And if you love movies, E.T. is here. DreamWorks is here. Minions, Fast and Furious is coming here. You're a movie lover, Universal Studios Florida is for you. Also, if you're on a budget, Universal Studios Florida is, besides Volcano Bay, is the cheapest of the single day tickets. So, might be worth it to stop in here. But I would say if you're really looking for the best value, that's probably Islands of Adventure because there's tons of rides for just a few dollars more. So speaking of Islands of Adventure, let's head over there. Here at Universal Islands of Adventure, you get to focus on thrills and coasters with rides like Jurassic World's Velocicoaster, The Incredible Hulk, and Hagrid's. Also, if you're a fan of franchises like Jurassic Park, Marvel, Harry Potter, oh my gosh, there's a turkey leg right here. Are you serious? Look at this turkey leg. Oh my gosh, people are insane. But those are all the lands. I was like, what does that smell? And then I look up and I see turkey leg. But if you're a fan of those franchises, then this is the park for you because they have all of those rides. If you want to see a full tour of each park, I'll link those videos in the description down below. This is just kind of like an overview of everything to try to help you decide which is best for you. Let's go inside and I'll show you around a little bit. This is Marvel's Superhero Island, where you can ride the Hulk, Dr. Doom's Fearful. You can eat at Cafe 4, Captain America Diner. If you're a Marvel fan, you're gonna love this area. You never know who you might see walking through Marvel's Superhero Island too. So as I said, the character interactions are great over in Universal Studios Florida. However, if you are a big Marvel fan, you're gonna like the character meet and greets over in Marvel Superhero Island, that's for sure. You could see King Julian here too at Islands of Adventure. There's a little show and then you can meet him. Islands of Adventure is also home to all of the water rides. So if it's a hot day and you're looking for a way to cool off, this is the way to do it. You're gonna wanna hop over here because you will get absolutely soaked on these rides too. Right above me is one of the most thrilling rides at Universal Orlando, the Jurassic World Velocicoaster. And of course, one of the most popular too. Now, Velocicoaster, Hagrid's, Hulk, thrill rides. So if you are into thrill rides, once again, Islands of Adventure would be for you. That's why I recommend it for families with teenagers. I think this would be such a fun park for them. When we're talking about which park to visit, I have to mention the Hogwarts Express because this is an attraction that actually requires you to have the park-to-park ticket. So I don't want you to get here and realize, oh, I can't ride a Harry Potter attraction because I don't have the park-to-park ticket. It's a really fun experience. It takes you from Islands of Adventure to Universal Studios Florida, and it truly feels like you are on the Hogwarts Express. So just be sure to note that it is in both Universal and Islands, and it's actually a different experience both ways, from Hogsmeade to Diagon Alley and vice versa. If you're looking for the most Harry Potter rides, and you're going to want to visit Islands of Adventure because this is home to 3 Harry Potter rides plus the Hogwarts Express. But here you have the very popular Hagrid's, Forbidden Journey, and Flight of the Hippogriff. You also have shops, the 3 broomsticks, and Ollivander's Wand Experience. And just a little tip about Ollivander's, the one in Diagon Alley actually has 2 showrooms compared to this one that has 1. So it might be a shorter line if you do it in Diagon Alley. So Harry Potter fan, coaster lovers, Islands of Adventure is going to be for you. Water rides too. If you're coming in the summer, want to hop on some water rides, this is going to be the park of your choice. Now, let me just say, before we get into Epic Universe, I always recommend, especially if it's your first time visiting Universal, to visit all of the Universal parks because each has something special to offer that you're going to want to experience, like especially Epic Universe, Islands, the coasters, Universal, the classics, the movies. There's going to be the trolley train. Going right over my head. There's something for everyone to enjoy here at Universal Orlando, and that's why I love it so much. It's not just a park for kids or just a park for adults. There's something for everyone, even here in Islands of Adventure. Seuss Landing, great kids area. Now let's talk about Epic Universe.
Let me start off by saying if you want the latest and the greatest theme park rides, technology, and innovation, there is no question that you should absolutely visit Epic Universe. Now this park has the newest rides because of course it just opened in May of 2025. Some of these rides specifically are unlike anything you have ever seen, like Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment, which is my favorite ride, and also hard to even compare to any ride out there besides like a haunted mansion on steroids. Even the typical carousel at Epic Universe is on another level and not your typical carousel. It actually spins 360 degrees and is on 4 plates, making it the most unique carousel experience ever. And don't get me started on the lighting at night. It is beautiful. At Epic Universe, the worlds are Super Nintendo World, How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, Dark Universe, which is themed to Universal Monsters, Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic, and Celestial Park, which is an original concept. Now, if you aren't a fan of any of these movie franchises, should you still visit? My answer is yes, because even if you haven't seen, say, one How to Train Your Dragon movie, I can guarantee you will still be blown away stepping into the Isle of Berk. That's how immersive this park is. Super Nintendo World, you won't believe your eyes. You are fully thrown right into these stories, and the theming of each world is unlike the other Universal parks. You really have to see it to believe it. Now, the problem with Epic Universe, it only has 11 rides currently. So, if you're looking to ride the most rides or coasters, Epic Universe only has a handful right now, but that doesn't mean it's a half-day park. You'll still be able to enjoy a full day, if not more here. For my Harry Potter fans, Epic Universe differs from the two other parks here because the land is based on the 1920s Wizarding Paris from the Fantastic Beasts films, while the ride here is actually a continuation of the Harry Potter books and movies. There's that one ride only, Battle at the Ministry, which is a world-class attraction, and the queue alone is an attraction in itself. Be sure to check out all my Epic Universe videos for the full breakdown and tips for this new park, as I've been covering it since before it opened, so I have tons of information on everything you need to know. Another point I want to mention about Epic Universe is that if you are a big foodie, you want to come here. From their snacks like the mac and cheese cones, to quick service options like Pizza Moon and Oak and Star Tavern, to the table service restaurants like the Atlantic and the Blue Dragon that are not only extremely well themed, but also has amazing food. This park is definitely for the foodies. Once annual passes are available for this park, I imagine it being the next Epcot because of how many great food options they have here. It's not really like the other Universal parks. It's totally on another level food-wise. Not that they're bad at the other parks, but this is a step up for sure. Of course, I'm not going to ignore the opening year growing pains that this park has had with ride closures and very heavy crowds. So if you want a fully reliable 100% I'm going to get on everything ride day, that might not be realistic for this park right now, but honestly, that's not realistic anywhere because rides break down, weathers come up, things happen. So pack your patience, especially if you're visiting during busy times of the year. Overall, no matter what, I can guarantee that you will still be extremely impressed with Epic Universe when you visit.